Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Mudblood Cow here. Today we're going to be predicting the 2022-2023 Premier League season. We've got all 20 teams from Wolverhampton to Arsenal. We're going to be putting them in the table in order. Right now they're alphabetical, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start at the bottom and work our way up, and finishing dead last is going to be Bournemouth, who haven't really made any massive signings and really just aren't ready for the Prem, in my opinion. After Bournemouth, we have Brighton, who's kind of scaring me. They're selling all of their talent away and not really Brentford, not really bringing anyone in to show for it. So Brighton will also be going down. I expect they'll bounce right back up. Um, Next up, I'm not really sure who else to relegate. Um, you could obviously go with Southampton, Nottingham Forest, Fulham, or Brentford. I think one of those makes the most sense. I don't really think Leeds is going to go down. I know a lot of people think Leeds will go down. I think they've made enough signings and they'll get it together to get right, even if that might be an American bias. Um, I don't think it is though. I think Leeds on an individual talent standpoint has enough to stay up. So then we get down to between Nottingham Forest, Brentford, and Fulham. And Nottingham Forest and Brentford certainly have beat from a vibe standpoint. But I just don't really think Nottingham Forest is ready. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up staying up. And they've certainly got a talented squad, but at the moment, I just think they're going to go down. Next up, finishing 17th, narrowly escaping relegation, we are going to have Fulham, who will stay up. They're finally maybe going to be able to put together a little bit of some time in the top flight for 2 years at least. And hopefully that'll be enough to maybe they'll stop being a yo-yo club. I doubt it though. Um, Anthony Robinson minutes though in the Premier League. That's pretty exciting. Next up, finishing in 16th. Obviously, I mean it could be Wolverhampton. That's definitely possible. 16th, I think our next club is probably maybe Southampton, Leeds, Everton, Brentford, Crystal Palace, even maybe. I'm gonna go Everton. They haven't really made any great signings. I think they're definitely still good enough to stay up, but um, another very lackluster season where they will probably escape relegation, but only just. Next up is going to be Brentford, finishing sort of mid-table at 15. Not a great season, not a bad season, just a pretty above, not bad, not good, just below mid-table, just a bit, which is where Brentford are as a club right now, and they'll continue to improve, and I think they'll be in the Premier League for a long time, hopefully. I hope they are. They're a fun team to watch, certainly, even Tony. Next up, we're going to have Southampton at 14, followed by Leeds at. Actually, we'll put Leeds at 15. I don't think Leeds is, and then move Brentford and Southampton down. I don't think Leeds is going to be great. I think they'll be good enough to stay up. I don't think they'll be good enough to do anything more. Suss from it. But so now we move into mid-table territory. Teams like Wolverhampton, West Ham, Newcastle, Leicester, Crystal Palace. I think is going to be our next team here, and they'll go ahead and slide in at 12. Wolverhampton at 11. I think makes sense for where they are. Put Newcastle at 10. And now we're starting to get into the top half of the table. I'm going to go ahead and put Aston Villa at. We'll have them finish below West Ham. And then next up will be Liverpool, and we are left with a top just the top six, really, which I think is realistic. But this really could. It's not going to go in any order. Um, in sixth will be Manchester United. They will not be making a trip to the Champions League next year. They just don't have the talent for that. And then in fifth, I'm going to have Arsenal. So surprisingly, Tottenham, Manchester City, Liverpool, and Chelsea will have Champions League spots. I think Tottenham will get it together, but Arsenal and Man United just aren't there yet. Um, and I guess left on the Europa League, Leicester maybe joining them, and then West Ham and Villa. I don't remember which spots go where exactly, but now into the top four. I think Tottenham at four makes a lot of sense. I think Chelsea at three. Chelsea are good, still just not good enough to compete for the title. It's going to be between Liverpool and Man City. And for this year's champion, I'm gonna go with Manchester City. I wish it would be Liverpool, but I just don't quite see it happening, especially with the departure of Sadio Mane. I know that he's been replaced, but sort of with you got bringing in signings like Nunez, and Liverpool doesn't really miss on signings, but I just think Pep's Man City is just a better team all around. Um, except for maybe defensively almost, but not really at the same time. That's just a depth thing. Um, so yeah, those are my predictions. I think I got everything where I wanted to put them. Talked about most of it. I think Bournemouth and Brighton will definitely go down, and then, like I said, I'm not really sure who the third team will be. Could be Leeds, could be Brentford, could be Southampton, heck, could be Everton. I put Nottingham, but so we'll see, and hard we'll see at that. That's gonna be it for today. Leave a like and subscribe, and peace.